Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Denise, Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. As you can see, no astrology, it's Lenormand. It's actually, what do I call my channel? Maybe Lenormand, maybe Kipper, maybe something else, who knows? Who knows what I'll get into. But anyway, first of all, I apologize if my long sleeves are challenging for anybody to watch. If you're having some nice warm days, I have really cold nights, and then it gets up to about 80, so I don't dare turn the heater on, and so I'm really cold in the mornings. Anywho, as you'll be able to see when I get this uploaded with the title, this is to check into Tucker Carlson. One of the questions left over from the last live stream with Lisa and Lori, somebody wanted to know, and I apologize for not getting the name, but this person wanted to know what was Tucker's connection to Russia, if there's any connection to Russia. And this person thought that he's been under surveillance by the Fed. So let's see if all these things are true. And so I'm going to do 21 cards, and we'll get the skinny as to what's true or not. And then I also want to look into his future. Oh, this guy, I swear. Okay. Mr. Clucker, what is your future? What did you do in the past? What have you been up to? If there's any connection to Russia, thank you for making my guides for these cards coming through. I mean, I'm hearing a big yes. So, okay. But that's no fun to not look at the cards. Okay, so here's his reputation. Definitely in the past. There's the web. Actually, let me just get the cards laid out here. 5, 6, 7. Okay, this row will go faster. Ooh, there he is. Oh. You know, someone commented, I think it was Mike, and I love the comment, is Tucker married? Anyway. Squirrel. Someone commented about, imagine him as a little kid throwing a tantrum in the store because he didn't get the candy he wanted. And it made me, think of, what it must have been like for him to grow up being the heir of, Swanson's TV dinners, and what kind of life the kid must have had. Then again, maybe got no attention at home, so you could understand why he's does what he does. Then again, not. Many of us have all grown up in challenging homes, and that doesn't mean it doesn't mean a thing, because there are no excuses. The buck stops here, right? Okay, so actually, if I can move these all over just a little bit, just in case the sides get cut off. That it's been happening lately. I put my camera up a little higher, though. Okay, so to the reading. So what has he been stoking the fire with? Okay, with partnerships. I mean, this would be the connection to Russia. Oh, I get it. This might not be his wife, or if it is his wife, maybe he was honeypotted by Russia years ago, because we have the seduction of a woman here. Or maybe this is in his future. But this looks like okay, so here he is, tipping his hat to something really important, which are commitments and mergers, partnerships, people who will basically commit to him and what he's committed to. So on one level, the past is creating the future here, where he's needing to commit to someone else, in order to move forward, but he has big obstacles here. What he's done in the past, I would say, is it's out in the public, it's in plain view, plain sight, and his connections to bring in whatever he wants, which is, of course, money. And yeah, that feels like more in the future over there. Okay. Social media contacts. This is my card for social media. But it's also, you know, one of the major key words with the Garden Parks card in the Lenormand is interaction. So how he has interacted in the public, in the past with the public, is that he has made very important connections. And I do feel like he was honeypotted, and it's because Russia, because we have the handshake card here, Russia wanted to get into Americans, you know, into the homes. We probably could say that Rupert Murdoch has connections there too. Because these guys will go anywhere to make money. They don't care. There's no loyalty to any country coming from Rupert Murdoch, and we know that. So in the past, Clucker has interacted in all types of alternate ways. In many ways, he has not been faithful. He's been not only toxic, not only racist, not only very ugly and fraudulent and mean and cruel, but he's literally stolen from the trust that he was put in. You know, people would trust him. Well, they don't anymore, and I'm sure, well, I don't know if they do. I don't know. Well, I guess they're not really missing him. They're all going to Newsmax or whatever, but we'll see how long it takes for that company to fold. Anyway, toxic waste is what I'm getting here. And toxic agreements, toxic partnerships. And he has betrayed his partnerships. These would be, now I don't have the letter card here to show the text, but this would, you could imagine the text that, the things that he said about Abby Grossberg. And normally I wouldn't break the rules to say that, you know, this woman over here would be anybody other than his wife. But, you know, she could be the stand-in for his wife. She could also, this card here, the woman could be the stand-in for someone in the future, could also be the stand-in for Abby Grossberg. Could also be the stand-in, if I'm going to take it, you know, all the way out, for him receiving support. Because we have this big obstacle card here in the future. So, but in the past, we can safely say, with these cards, that he was toxic, and he betrayed his relationships. He betrayed important relationships, which was a big web of important relationships here. And now he's burned his bridges. He literally has burned his bridges. This line here, I mean, this is my card for wire fraud. This is my card for the internet. Well, both of these cards can be the internet, but this one, it has to do, the stars has to do with how we navigate through life, and it's also all of our connections. So his family connections, it might be that his connections with Russia go way back. And, you know, I mean, That's what big companies do. Why would they stay, if Swanson TV dinners, why would they stay in just American homes? They, things get repackaged, and I mean, it's possible. I don't know. But there's a web that he's burning the bridge from. And it might be a very sudden, shocking loss for him, because I'm feeling like now we're into future territory, where he's going to be seduced in some new way. He's going to be making a new partnership that will come in very suddenly. But it's going to be an obstacle for him. It's going to be it's going to create a lot of problems. He's going to have a lot of secret enemies, hidden enemies, and if she stands in for all the ladies, he can forget about that. You don't call a woman the C word and get away with it publicly, right? You might get away with it with a few of your friends and personal, whatever. Or if you're a guy and you call another guy that, then maybe that's a different thing. But you don't get away with that crap with women. So, big obstacles to new partnerships there. Women will not be attracted to him. And they see him, well, this is also his immaturity. And this would be, so I'll go with the corners here. We have toxic, family, immature obstacles that frame in this reading about him. Okay. His safety and security when it comes to old age, he's going to be working for, trying to attract people. But with the mountain card here, forget about it, man. They won't take the risk. They're going to just fly above. They're going to go somewhere else. And this is him going somewhere else too. I don't know where, like who would want him. But, it'll probably happen at some point. And maybe he'll find himself working under another woman. I don't know, but they see him as selfish and greedy. Now, I love kitties, so don't take this wrong, but the meaning of this card is selfish and greedy. So, what I feel like these two, especially these three cards all together here, I feel like he's trying to nurture relationships with older, I'm sure Murdoch is done with him, but nurture relationships with the older crowd, and they're not going to want to take the risk. He's going to have to fly the coop, and there's something suddenly that comes in that's not too good. Interesting. Let's use, just for the heck of it, let me move these cards. I want to use Libby's deck from Meister Tarot. If you like her deck, I don't have the box, but it's beautiful. And it's available on Etsy. Libby, honey, if you watch this video, can you put a link in, please? Unless I remember, I might remember. There are 89 cards, so it should cover all the bases. And what I really want to focus into now, because we have established that there is a Russian connection. I didn't really see, we didn't get the eye card. I didn't really see that he's been surveilled. But if he has, maybe that's just public knowledge and it didn't need to come through. Anyway, let's look at his future. What's coming down the pike for this guy? With 89 cards, we should get a big... And then I may never read on this dirtbag again. Okay. Tucker. Actually, hold on. Tucker. What's going to be happening, Tuckums? Tuckums. All right. I mean, he has changed. I don't know how old the guy is, but he literally has changed the trajectory of his life by just being such a racist, mean, cruel, angry. It's probably, maybe we had that child card up there to show that he's just an angry little boy. He's never grown up. He's probably arrested in his development at, who knows, maybe angsty teen age. Okay. What is your future, Tucker? Okay. Well, okay, so he's always going to be happy with the amount of money he has. Okay. He's going to feel full and abundant, because that's what he relates to. He's going towards a love, that all the love that he can get off of social media. Okay. Let's see what else. That's interesting. Yeah, well, he's definitely a clown. So the way Libby's deck works is you can just go by the images, or you can grab a hold of the little words on the cards if you need to. And when I was reading with Dan and Shay once, he liked to just kind of look at the image and see what it brought out for him, and that was really fun. Okay, so in the center, yes, he's going to, in his future, he's still going to be out there talking, because he loves to talk. You know, there's some people who just like to listen to themselves talk. That's him. And he's going to communicate in a way to bring the money in. He's opening, you know, this string right here shows that his happiness is tied to how much money he makes or how much wealth he has. And, he, you know, he's an heir to Swanson TV dinner, so there's that. So that's full. So we're never going to see this little dude broke ass, okay? Probably not. But, you know, I mean, look at Rush Limbaugh and all the money he brought in. Did that save him from getting, you know, from dying a horrible death with lung cancer? No, it did not. So communicating whatever he wants just to make money. Oh yeah, it's the hoe bag routine. Until the day he dies, he's going to be shocking people. Interesting, we have this same card in two different decks. But this could, in this deck, Libby has titled it Struck Down, like by lightning, so that's possible. Okay, so I've covered this up here. So he's in happiness when he's, oh yeah, right. That could be the thing. Oh yeah, okay, so these four corners here tell me that, you know, framing in the whole reading, that he has that pattern in his soul that he unconsciously doesn't realize it, but or he consciously doesn't realize it, but he's unconsciously one of those people that doesn't mind, even if it's negative attention, it's still attention. He's got this forcing current, this demand for attention. So, because there's so many cards here speaking to that. He receives joy when he's seen worldwide. You know, the go sign goes there, right? And he'll go, I guess in the most courageous way, to try and raise himself up, but there's confliction, right? There's this problem with, you get what you ask for. I mean, he's definitely getting tons of attention, right? I mean, Stephen Colbert's opening monologue from last night was just, I loved watching that this morning. Hilarious. I posted a link to it in the community section if you want to go there in case you don't, have it on your, I get him, I put him on my DVR. And I miss him when he's gone. He was gone for a week. So anyway, back to Clucker. In his future, the country, or USA, our country, and maybe even other countries, are not going to want him in. We want him out to keep our strength. And I see the tree as being a very karmic card with ancestral lineage, just like I do, because I tend to see images like with the Lenormand meanings. So with the Lennies, Lenormand, Lenormand, however you want to pronounce it, he has tremendous wealth and strength with his family ties. And that's the direction he's always going to be moving from. And he's been lifted up, even though it's conflicting. Sure, he didn't get his real needs met as a little one, and it's playing out. But anyhow, until the day he dies, he's just going to be blathering on. He's going to be just like a Rush Limbaugh kind of a dude. He'll talk to anybody who's listening. But when it comes to maybe moving to another country, I wonder about this here. Wouldn't it be great if you moved to Russia? Or Hungary with Viktor Orban? That'd be okay, except for our poor Hungarian people. We don't want that for them. But he is going to do whatever he can to just have himself out into the airwaves until the day he's struck down. It's a perfect example here of, give a psychopath enough rope and he'll hang himself. But man, with this, now that he's free from, Fox fake news, he is, he's able to go wherever he wants, and he's going to. He's going to be traveling the globe. That's what I'm seeing here. If we're reading this the way Libby likes to read it as a story, it looks like all systems go towards the money, and he loves talking. He's probably going to be going to other countries, but they're not going to like him for some reason or another. Gee, I wonder why. And karmically, even the tree is my karmic card, ancestral lineage and karmic DNA. Big conflict with that. Yes, this is like the story of his life here, isn't it? And even though I was asking for his future, but the past creates your future. So he's thinking he can travel. He probably will be traveling the globe with all of these cards here. And trying to look up to a new life, but I don't know that he's going to get that. He definitely is not going to be getting it in the USA because, this would be my USA card. This would be my country card. And then, where he's been too. Who knows what country he thinks he really belongs to. But no one wants his, just silly court jester-y type of talk, the way he communicates. He's out, it's dead, he's gone. And until the day he dies, he's just going to keep blathering on. Right? Because that's what makes him happy. To keep him in happiness, he has to be out there with his narcissism. Because that's what narcissistic, people do. They're not sourced from their inner strength. They don't have their inner strength. They are completely dependent on the outer mirroring from other people. Okay, well, I'm thoroughly sick with this guy, so I'm going to stop. Thanks, you guys. Bye.